Welcome to the K-Files this morning. We're going to talk about some interesting, the K-Files is about cases, but we kind of now do cases at kind of the last 30 minutes, and we talk about, it's usually related to law enforcement regardless. So this morning it is related to law enforcement.
Absolutely.
So we want to welcome Brian James this morning. Brian owns Charon Equipment Rental, and he does many other things to support the community, especially with law enforcement. You especially support our law enforcement, Brian, and we appreciate that. So every year, JP and I talk about the Caisson unit and the fundraiser and the money it takes to keep that thing going. And I saw a Caisson unit on TV at a funeral in front of the White House in the last year on TV, and I said, man, look at that. I said, we have one. I said, that's when I really related to that, because I said, we have a unit like that, and that is absolutely phenomenal. So tell us, what is the Caisson unit?
So the Caisson unit is owned and operated by the North Carolina State Highway Patrol's Troopers Association, and the Troopers Association is a 501c organization. It's made up of troopers that are sworn, and the Troopers Association kind of helps get some legislation through for them. And then they started a separate 501c for the Caisson unit. And when they first got this Caisson unit, the patrol didn't want it, so the Troopers Association took it. And so there's no state monies that go into this Caisson unit. It's all having to be fundraised. If this unit doesn't do anything during the year, and let me back up. So the Caisson unit is used for line of duty deaths for any law enforcement officer in North Carolina and any state that touches North Carolina. So they'll go to South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Virginia for any law enforcement death. It's also used for line of duty death in fire, EMS, and statesmen like governors, attorney generals, and folks like that. If you're dying the line of duty, or if you die while you're serving, the Caisson unit is able to be used. It is not used for just an ordinary funeral, just somebody dies after they retire or whatever. It's only line of duty deaths that this unit's used.
Okay.
And we hope, and I hope, that they never leave the barn. But there's 6 horses and all the equipment that has to be maintained, so it's ready to go at a moment's notice. And they normally have 3 or 4 day notice when they have a funeral. I hate to say it, the Highway Patrol's got a trooper that got killed last Saturday night, Sunday morning. That funeral is next Wednesday in Robertson County. I talked to the unit on the way in here this morning. They're cleaning their equipment to make sure it's top notch, ready to go, it's pristine. A line of duty death and a line of duty funeral is not something you want to see, but when that Caisson unit brings that body in the casket, and they'll either bring it to the ceremony or they'll take it to the gravesite, it's just solemn.
Yes.
And you cannot dictate that any other way.
It gives you just, I don't know, just chills when you see that going by. It's such an honorary thing for us to do for our law enforcement that is killed in the line of duty.
It is, and it's expensive to keep this unit up. If they don't leave, if they do not leave the stable, it costs about $40,000 a year just to maintain these horses.
Horses eat.
They eat 2 meals a day. Whew. They got to go to the vet. They got to have new shoes put on them, and you've got to keep their feet right.
Right.
And I forgot how often they said they did that, but it's pretty often that they change them out because you never know when you're going to have that phone call and they've got to go.
Yeah.
When I first started doing this, they were borrowing equipment to get the Caisson and get the horses to these funerals. And I'll go back to, I first learned about it when Gene DeMuth got killed. I don't know, it's been a while, but they had to borrow vehicles to go to the mountains to get this unit down here to do that funeral. And so I always felt like, as a business owner, you needed to be contributing to something.
Yes.
And my background was in fire and rescue. I was in Stony Creek back in the late 80s, early 90s. You always had that niche. I got back in Red Oak 4 years ago. I love the first responder community, but I love my business community also.
Right.
And so I give back to this organization. We do this fundraiser every year. This will be the 9th year we've done it. And so it's March the 7th. We're doing it at
It's coming up.
It's next Saturday night.
Wow, it's upon us.
And so that's one reason I pushed to get on here this week.
Yeah.
So it's March the 7th from 5 to 9 at Rocky Mountain Mills. We're going to have a tent up, climate controlled again, like we've always done. We'll have oysters, shrimp, fried fish, barbecue, all you can eat. We also have the I-42 band, which is an up-and-coming beach band out of the New Bern, Atlantic Beach area.
Oh, wow.
They played 2 years ago. Those guys have done a remarkable job. And so we're on here today really to promote for ticket sales. You can either call me at my office at Chariton Equipment Rental. Philip Briggs is a local deputy here, used to be a highway patrolman, great friend of mine. Philip helps me with this. Run him down, he's got tickets. Stephanie Webb, she's got tickets. She's at Boone Hill and Allen. And we've got some great sponsors already. The Providence Bank is sponsoring the band. Farm Bureau has pitched in a big amount of money to be a meal sponsor. And we're looking at other sponsors, other business folks. If you want to sponsor, we have some $1,000 sponsorship and some $500 sponsorship. We'll put your name or logo up at the event. We'll put it on the website and give you a few tickets for the money. It's a great event. We'll have 600, 700, 800 folks there.
It's big.
And it'll, the caisson will be there unless they're at a funeral. Right now, hopefully they're not going to be anywhere.
Hopefully they won't. Hopefully they'll be.
They've got
at the
one they got
event.
to do next Wednesday, and then they're planning on coming up here next Saturday, and they'll be here for the entire event. We should have all the horses here. We'll have them in a trailer. You can touch them, pet them.
I just love going over and just looking at them, and I have touched them before. But
and you know, and so they retired one last year.
Okay.
And it's interesting because I've had folks in the community that recognize the name from that horse from being at the event, and so they kind of connected with it. But the horse is retired, and it's at a place in Zebulon that they do retirement animals.
That is neat.
But
okay.
the other thing that's neat about this, there's only two, as of today, there's only 2 nationally recognized caisson units in the country.
Wow.
The North Carolina State Highway Patrol Troopers Association has one, and the second one is at Arlington National Cemetery.
That must be the one I saw going by. I forgot who, somebody up, in that area.
And that was probably theirs. And this unit originally, the original horses from this unit came from the Arlington unit back when they first started it. Obviously, those horses are aged out and retired and so on and so forth. But 2 years ago, Arlington, their caisson unit, because they use it so much up there, had gotten in such bad shape, they called the Highway Patrol and asked them to bring the caisson part up there.
Really?
So that they could look at it and see what they needed to do to get theirs back in shape to where it needed to be.
How cool.
So they carried it up there, left it a couple months, and the deal was if they needed it, they could come get it whenever. But Arlington, and I was glad to see, because I thought that one was going to fall aside with government funding.
Right.
But it didn't. They got it back right, and they've got it back going. So there's 2 nationally recognized ones. The one here with the Highway Patrol, and the one at Arlington National Cemetery.
Wow.
Which is kind of impressive for the Troopers Association that they're able to maintain that.
Yes, it is.
Expenses. 3 or 4 years ago, they had to replace all the hardware, which is the harnesses that go on the horses to pull the caisson unit. There's 4 horses that pull it, and then there's one that they walk with the boot turned around backwards, which is an honorary for the person that they're hauling. But that hardware that they had to replace was $28,000.
Good grief.
And that's not stuff that you have to replace all the time, but they had to replace it, 3 or 4 years ago. And so this is money that has to be raised because it's not given to them by the government.
Yes.
And because this is a 501c deal.
That's right.
I will commend some of the legislators that they did years ago. They gave a one-time bump where they got some money, which they were able to buy some trucks and trailers, so they don't have to borrow that equipment anymore to haul this equipment.
Well, that is wonderful in itself. It does take a lot of money to run that unit, but if you ever see it one time, or if you have ever had a family member that was killed in the line of duty, then you know that it is a great thing, and the horses are so beautiful. But let's talk about the event a little bit. So y'all are going to use the same boats.
So we're going to we're using Nixon's Catering out of Wanchese. He's been great to us. He's done it since we very first started this. It's more than 9 years ago because we had to lay off during COVID, and then we had to readjust what our date was. We used to do it in November, and I was competing against so many different fundraisers at the time, so we moved it to March a couple years ago. But Nixon's is catering it. He does a great job. Like we said, we'll have all-you-can-eat oysters, shrimp, fish, and barbecue, and the fixings to go along with it.
But it's so good. The food is so good. They don't run out of food, and it is amazing that everything is so well organized. It's just an organized event, and they're the same ones that does the chamber oyster roast.
We turned them onto the chamber after Rose Hill quit doing food out there, and so they're doing the one for the chamber also. They do a great job.
Yes, they do.
They bring enough food, they don't run out. And then we have the Saputo family with Carolina Eagle that does the adult beverages for the evening. And so we'll run the food and the beverage stuff from 5. We start at 5 o'clock, and we'll have folks waiting in line for us to let them in at 5 o'clock. We start the food about 5:15, 5:30, and we'll run it till everybody's had enough, which normally is about 8:30 or so. The I-42 band, like we talked about a while ago, they'll be playing this year. We'll start them up about 6 o'clock for all you beach music lovers. I know a lot of them from this area follow I-42. They come here once a month, I think, to a local place here.
Oh, okay.
And play, and I understand they have a pretty good turnout there. So they'll play from 6 o'clock till 9 o'clock. So put your shagging shoes on, or just your regular dancing shoes, or just come tap your feet and listen to them. It's and they play a wide variety. They have some music that they've developed on their own, and then they've had something, then they play a lot of other beach music at the time. To get tickets, you can come by Charity Equipment Rental. We've got tickets there. Run down Philip Briggs with the sheriff's office. He's got some tickets. Stephanie Webb at Boone Hill and Allen's got tickets. Or you can go online, and we have the nctacason.org. That's nctacason.org, and there's a piece on there that you can click on and buy tickets on there.
Y'all are coming up
you can
in
buy
the
them
world.
online.
Okay.
We're trying to.
Yeah, that's good. How much are tickets?
So tickets are $50. They get
Golly, that is cheap for all that seafood.
We try to keep it where a family of 4 can come and have a good evening and enjoy themselves and see a great organization and support a great organization.
Support, yes.
And so we've got some salad auction items that we'll have this year.
Oh, okay.
One of my big salad auction items, I'm going to have 4 tickets to the Darlington race, which is coming up, I think it's March 19th. So we'll have 4 tickets that we'll auction off for the Darlington race for all you NASCAR fans.
That's really cool.
So that's one of my big salad auction items. And if there's businesses out here that want to donate, we'll take salad auction items, and we'll also take donations. The more money we can raise for this group, the less they got to get out here and beat the bushes to help maintain it. Because they have to raise the money to maintain these 6 horses year round. They eat 2 meals a day, and they go to the vet pretty often. So.
Well, if they eat 2 meals a day, they eat less than I do. No, I'm sure they eat more than I do, I'm telling you. But yes, it is a great event. Now, it's at Rocky Mount Mills. When you go into the parking lot, you'll see it at the kind of at the back there. You'll see the tent. You can't miss it. Just go park. There's plenty of parking. There's always plenty of parking. That's a big parking lot.
It's a big parking lot, and we used to have it up front, and we outgrew from the front.
Yeah.
So we moved it to the back of the parking lot. So one, it doesn't interfere with the restaurants that are up front.
Right.
Plus, there's folks living out there now, so we try not to interfere with what's going on. But it's in the back, right beside the tiny homes. If somebody's from out of town, we have several folks that come in and rent them a tiny home for the night. And,
Oh, that's neat.
And so they stay right there, and it's a great event, and it's a fun event, and you'll see we have folks from all over the state that come. So we
So
look
they
forward to
can get-
having everybody there again this year and raising a good amount of money. So
Yes, we hope that you will raise some good money, and everybody will have a good time and all of that. I know a friend of mine called me. I've already got my tickets. I don't know where she got them, but anyway, she goes every year, and she just is so excited. She has a new husband. She said he loves seafood. I can't wait to take him. He's from out of town. So anyway, she's excited. But so, get your tickets. Now, they can get them from you, Chair and Equipment
you can
Rental.
come by Chair and Equipment Rental and get them.
Where are you located?
We're at 321 Jeffries Road here in Rocky Mount. So a lot of folks know it as the old Hardy's Equipment Division building.
Yes.
We're in that building right there, kind of behind Don Bullock on Jeffries Road. We're there Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. On the website, we've got a flyer. My phone number's on there. Philip's phone number's on there. If you need us to run you some tickets or bring you some tickets, one of us does not mind bringing tickets to you.
Did you bring a flyer today?
No, but I will email you one so you can get it on your
email me
website.
one, and that way we can talk about it on in our mentions every morning. So we appreciate Brian coming, making us aware of this. Something that we can support. You're going to eat anyway, and on Saturday nights we like to find something for fun sometimes. So it's just a great event to go and a great cause, for a really great cause. So Brian, we really appreciate you being here this morning.
I appreciate you having me. Let me talk about it. I'm passionate about this group. It's a great organization. They look good. They got good looking equipment, and that's what we want them to maintain.
Yes.
The Highway Patrol is all about what their standards are and what they look like, and keeping clean equipment and being professional looking.
Yes.
And we want this Caisson unit to stay just like that. And so raising enough money so that they're not having to really cut corners on something, and they keep the equipment looking good.
Yes.
So that's why we do this fundraiser, and I have fun doing it. I enjoy doing it, and I think a lot of these men and women that are on this group. So I will back up. The only thing that the patrol pays for, they will pay for the salaries for the men and women that are on the Caisson unit, for them to train and for them to go do the funerals. Other than that, it's all fundraised money. And they got to have the money to maintain the equipment. I can't push that hard enough. So,
Right.
give me a call, get some tickets. If you got something you want to donate for the salad auction, or if you want to be one of the sponsors of it, give me a call and we'll talk about it and get you on board. Other than that, Sandra, anything else?
Absolutely.
Question?
Well, I
look forward to
don't
having
think
you there
so.
again this year. Sandra's been a
Yeah.
strong supporter of it and coming to the event every time. And
I really enjoy it. So
it's a good time. It's a good 4 hours. You will not go home hungry, and you'll have some great beach music going on this year.
yes.
So,
All right. Thank you, Brian.
I appreciate it.
And we'll be announcing this and reminding you of it. But you need to go ahead and get your tickets. Always go ahead and get your tickets.
We're going to cut ticket sales off probably next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Because I've got to give the caterer a number.
Yes, you do.
And so we've got to get to a point where this is what we're going to be at.
Right,
and
right.
so
Hurry up.
I would push you to get your tickets by next Tuesday or so.
Yes, get your tickets. Hurry up. So, yes.
Anyway,
Thank you, Brian.
thanks, Sandra.
All right, we'll be right back with more of the K-Files right after this.
The K-Files is brought to you by John Barnes Electric, your full-service electrical company, serving Rocky Mount and surrounding areas. Locally owned, locally recommended. Available 24/7. Call today for a free estimate. 442-7002. 442-7002.
I want to talk about a case. You know, missing persons is seems to be in the news a whole lot lately. So, of course, missing persons with the Nancy Guthrie case was a little bit different because it, you know, it involved some criminal activity somewhere. So anyway, we do hope she is found, but you know, people just, we've got them in this book. We do them on the K-Files all the time. These people vanish and you never find out what happens to them. It's really scary. There's a case in the news right now. The lady left her home in the year 2001, went Christmas shopping. I know you've heard about it. It's in the news right now. Went Christmas shopping, told her husband and kids, I guess, she was going Christmas shopping. This is in 2001. Never to return. And they've been looking and looking and looking over the course of a lot of years. And somehow they have found her now. Just have located her this month. I forgot where they found her, but she didn't want to be found. She left. There was no, you know, foul play. There was no criminal element to it. She just left home, never to return to her kids or her husband. And she is telling the authorities she's not charged. They're not going to charge her. And I mean, this family has been looking for years and years and years. When they locate her, she says, I left home because of a domestic violence. It's a domestic situation. So she just packed up, didn't tell anybody, family included, and just left. And they have not been able to find her for years until now. So the missing person thing can take all kinds of you know, there's all kinds of elements to it. Some are criminal, some just don't want to be found, some just leave home. So anyway, I'm going to do a missing person that's in our book that's been, this person has been missing since 2002. Her name is Dorothy Mae Hendricks. On December 13, 2002, at approximately 11:55 a.m., Dorothy Mae Hendricks was reported missing by her mother from 1735 Martin Luther King Jr. Parkway in Wilson. This is a Wilson case. Hendricks is a black female that was 38 years of age at the time of the report. That's 38 years old in 2002. Hendricks is a black female that was 38 years old at the time of the report. She had a light complexion with brown eyes and black hair and was about 5 feet 1 inch tall and weighing approximately 170 pounds. On December 5th, 2002, she was wearing jeans. She was wearing jeans and black boots, and walked away from the former Woodard's Motel towards Ward Boulevard or US 301 highway, where she got a ride to the Trademark. So they knew where she was up to that point because she got a ride with someone to the store. a convenience, which was the trademark store, was a convenience store at Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and Ward Boulevard. She was last seen in the 100 block of Tuskegee Street near the convenience store at 8:00 p.m. She has never been heard from again. Hendricks has relatives in Elm City and Rocky Mount. It was uncharacteristic for her to drop out of sight. She always maintained contact with her family. The person who gave her a ride to the store the day she vanished has been interviewed and isn't considered a suspect in her disappearance. Her case remains unsolved. So many cases like this, just so many cases like this. The Linda Lawrence case, I know you've heard us talk about that many times. She was at the swimming pool over here in High Meadows, which is in North Green area, in the High Meadows area, right across from North Green. But anyway, Linda Williams Lawrence, 6/13/1996. That is how long she has been gone. Linda Williams Lawrence left a private swimming pool in the High Meadows neighborhood of Rocky Mount, North Carolina at 8:30 p.m. They do have a swimming pool. It's a it's a membership for the residents of High Meadows swimming pool. She was never seen. She left the High Meadows neighborhood of Rocky Mount at 8:30 p.m. on June the 13th, 1996, and was never seen or heard from again. She was 45 years old at the time and had a butterfly tattoo on her left hip. She was wearing a pink bathing suit. 1984 Ford pickup she was driving was found at Meadowbrook Park, which is all the way across town, all the way across town, all the way from High Meadows to Meadowbrook Park. If you know where that is, it's over by Fairview Road. I mean, that's all the way across town she went. She was wearing a pink bathing suit, black t-shirt, and white sandals. Her black and silver full-size 1984 pickup she was driving was found, as I said, at Meadowbrook Park with the keys and her personal belongings still inside. So, you know, they didn't rob her. They didn't try to take her vehicle. The authorities said that they suspected drugs was involved somewhere along the line with this. I don't know whether she went over there to buy drugs, sell drugs, or neither of the above. I don't know. But her keys and her personal belongings were still in the truck when they found the truck. Police found no signs of foul play in the truck, but Linda was never seen again. And her mother told authorities, please, before I pass away, I would like to find out what happened to my daughter so I can get closure. And the mother did pass away without getting closure on her daughter's case, because to this day, they have not found Linda Lawrence at all, or do not know what happened to Linda Lawrence. So that is just a sad case. But while we were talking about missing persons, there's so much missing persons things going on in the area or in the country. I just wanted to bring that one out. Another one, Amy Wells Bridgman. This is another missing person. 6/24/13, Amy Wells Bridgman, age 42, was last seen around 6:30 a.m. on Monday, June 24th, 2013, and we're getting a little bit more recent with this, on Elm Street in Weldon, North Carolina. Residents of her home told police that she left the residence, leaving her purse behind, and was never seen again. Now, how do you walk out the door at 6:30 a.m. and leave your purse? I mean, just it doesn't make sense. Amy's family has stated that she would just not disappear like that and not even contact them. 4 days later, on June 28, 2013, her husband receives a text from Amy's phone. Details of the text have not been published, but Amy was not reported missing until June 29th. So this happened on June 24th when they missed her. On June 28th, why would the husband not report her from June 24th to June 29th? Why did he wait that long? I mean, the quicker you jump on something, these cases like this, the better the result. So, but the day before he reported her missing, I guess he figured he better go ahead and do it. On June 28th, he received a text from her phone. And we don't know, as I said, what the details are of the text, because that wasn't, law enforcement has that for, that's in the evidence, so they don't want to taint the case, so they are not giving that information. But that is an interesting case to me, that at 6:30 a.m. in the morning you would walk out without your purse. So anyway, that's all for today. Make it a great day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show today. Be careful out there. Try not to hydroplane. Go slow. It is going to rain all day. Pavement's wet.
The K-Files is brought to you by John Barnes Electric, your full-service electrical company, serving Rocky Mount and surrounding areas. Locally owned, locally recommended. Available 24/7. Call today for a free estimate. 442-7002. 442-7002.